Ayushman Singh, Jamwal, breaking news coming in at the top of the bulletin, where tremors have been felt in the national capital and surrounding cities, including Chandigarh. What we are learning is that an earthquake of the magnitude 4.6 on the Richter scale occurred in Nepal, and the tremors are being felt in the northern parts of the country. And what we are learning is that tremors have been felt in the national capital region, in the national capital, as well as surrounding cities, including Chandigarh. Those are the reports we are getting, that tremors have been felt as far away as Chandigarh as well. So an earthquake of the magnitude 4.6 was reported in Nepal, ladies and gentlemen, and the tremors of that have been felt in the northern parts of the country, including the national capital region. I'm joined by my colleague Nikhil Lakhwani on the phone line. Nikhil, over to you. Give us the latest.
So, Ayushman, as far as details are concerned, tremors have been felt not just in the capital city but across NCR region. In fact, the reports are also coming in that Chandigarh and Lucknow have also reported some of the tremors, but the further details are yet to be awaited from the concerned department. But there are multiple earthquakes which have taken place in the past few months, and also as far as the latest developments are concerned, we have been further given to understand that at about 11 a.m. this morning, earthquake was reported near Sonipat, and it was somewhere around 2.7. But the fresh details are yet to be awaited. There are other reports coming as well that the epicenter of the same might be somewhere near Nepal, but the exact details, the official details are yet to be awaited. But clearly, not just in the capital city, but in other parts of the country as well, be it Lucknow, Chandigarh, NCR, Sonipat, Haryana, Panipat, Delhi, Noida, Ghaziabad as well. These are the places where the tremors have been felt. And Ayushman, in fact, we were sitting inside our car and suddenly the car started shaking. So we thought that someone is behind the car and pushing the car in some way or the other in a fun way, but we got to know that these are the tremors which have been felt not just in the central part of the capital city but also from different places, different countries as well. But the official details are yet to be awaited. So far, there is no report of any of the loss of life or any of the loss of things, but we are waiting for the official confirmation as to what exactly is the further details which are set to come out.
Absolutely, we're waiting for that official confirmation, but also to recap for our viewers, tremors around 2.7 on the Richter scale were felt around Sonipat around 11 a.m. That's what Nikhil is telling us. But this latest tremor that is being felt in the national capital region, ladies and gentlemen, at around 2:25 p.m., an earthquake around the magnitude of 4.6 on the Richter scale. This took place in Nepal at a depth of 10 kilometers, and you can still see the tremors in the national capital region. In cities as well as Lucknow and Chandigarh is where the tremors are being felt. Those visuals on your screen, there's a buzz in the newsroom as well where the tremors are being felt of that earthquake which hit Nepal. Around 10 kilometers was the depth and 4.6 on the Richter scale. And as Nikhil is pointing out, there's no official word yet when it comes to the tremors that have been felt in the national capital, but clearly this is an after effect, the aftershocks of what has happened in Nepal, where an earthquake of 4.6 on the Richter scale took place in Nepal around 2:25 p.m. That's about a half an hour back, and the tremors are being felt in the northern parts of the country in cities like Lucknow, Chandigarh and the national capital region as well. And you can see those visuals on your screen where the tremors are shaking in the urban infrastructure in the national capital region. Nikhil, you were also telling us that no reports have come in when it comes to any structural damage in the national capital region, and also at the same time we're still waiting on an official word from the local authorities when it comes to the impact of these aftershocks. But clearly 4.6 happening in Nepal, it kind of weakens as it comes towards the northern parts of the country. So not expecting much effect when it comes to these tremors.
Ayushman, no damage as of now of any sort has been reported so far, but if you go by the social media platforms, across all the platforms, these are the details which have flooded many of the social media sites, where people of different offices, different buildings, they have come out, not just from the government buildings, but from the private buildings as well. And this is something which has been felt across the capital city. And apart from it, Chandigarh and Lucknow are also some of the cities who have reported the same. And the news agency is currently reporting that there was at about 2:25 a.m. the magnitude was about 4.6 which has been reported somewhere around Nepal. But the exact details where exactly the epicenter was is something which is yet to be out from the side of the seismology department. But yes, as mentioned earlier as well, at about 11 p.m., 11 a.m. earlier this morning, a magnitude of 2.7. This was also measured in the Sonipat region, which is near to the capital city. But so far, the important point is no loss of life or no loss of any of the things have been reported so far. But many of the people have already vacated their buildings, their official residences, and the private complexes as well. And across the capital city, we can see the visuals which are coming in from different parts where people can be seen coming out of their buildings. They are standing outside, and this is the precaution which has to be exercised by each and every individual. Many of the buildings have already shaken because of the same. And as we were mentioning you earlier as well, that we were sitting inside the car started shaking. Suddenly we thought that someone is pushing it from behind, but we got to know that these are the tremors which are being felt not just in the capital city but from across the country as well, including that of Chandigarh and Lucknow.
Right, and Nikhil, at the same time, we're getting some more information. As you're pointing out, at 11 a.m. around 2.7, on the Richter scale was the magnitude of the quake around Sonipat.